welcome back to my channel and welcome back to Advent Calendar Season! That is right, we are kicking off Advent calendars here on this channel. I got the first one in here, the NYX GIMME Superstars. This calendar right here is a $60 calendar. She looks like so. On the inside, you're gonna get 24 days. I do believe that they are supposed to all be mini sizes in here though. Minis or deluxe sizes, that is going to be the general size that is going to be coming inside this calendar, so definitely a big thing to kind of keep in mind with this one. This is the third advent calendar that I have gotten by NYX now, so I do have a little stash from previous years that I have been saving. So I have this bag ready to roll in case we get some doubles here inside of this calendar. That way I am not opening up things I already got, and we can maybe set ourselves aside a little bit of a giveaway. So yeah, that is the game plan. Let's just go ahead and dive on into this calendar here. Whoa, I'm ready. Door number 1. Let's do it. Ooh, got ourselves a little butter gloss. Oh, it looks like they did something different with the insert here. I wonder if that's supposed to be like a recycled package material, because last year I believe it was all plastic on the inside. It was actually really difficult to get out. That was actually pretty easy. I'll need to look into that. So our very first item inside of this advent calendar here is a butter gloss, and it's in the shade Praline. You guys know the drill? We're gonna try it on. Hopefully this lip color comes off. And this is gonna be a sheer brown toned nude shade. Butter glosses are definitely one of my favorite formulas from NYX. Some are a little bit more coverage than others. This one definitely is a little bit more sheer. Once you put it on the lips, it looks a little bit more pigmented in the swatch, but once you kind of rub it out on the lips, this one's my favorite to kind of have as a top coat with another base color underneath. But that was item number 1. Let's find number 2. Actually, they're gonna go in order. These are not spread out. So our second product here, it looks like it's gonna be a single eyeshadow. This is the shade Utopia, and they describe this one as a soft pink. Pretty exciting. Last year in the advent calendar, we got all metallic shades. We got ourselves a matte shade now. Looks like a super cute shade. I'm excited to dip into it. Number 3, what do we got? It looks like we got ourselves a classic item here, the HD Primer. It is their eyeshadow primer base, and I rubbed it out here kind of thick because if you rub it out completely, it does go on clear or translucent. So it's not going to be a base that is going to give you any kind of color. It's just going to help you to get a kind of matte base that you can apply eyeshadow to and have it stick better than just on your regular eyelid. So it's a good little eyeshadow primer. It's not my personal favorite. I tend to gravitate to the ones that have a color base to them. That's just my own personal preference though. So honestly, that one has not gotten a lot of use by me, but that is personal preference. Day number 4 now. Wow, totally missed that. Ooh, we got ourselves a little Born to Glow. This is the liquid highlighter in Sunbeam. Now, before I show you a swatch of this, let me just quickly show you last year's. I can't not mention this because last year they gave you the actual mini size. I could immediately tell because of how small this one is. So this one from last year was 0.43 of a fluid ounce. This year, they shrunk it in half. It is now a 0.21 fluid ounce size. So cut it in half this year. Why would they do that? I do believe it is also the same price as last year for the advent calendar. We're gonna keep our eyes on that and see if more products are less than last year's. I'm gonna be keeping a close eye on that. But let me show you a swatch. And here is Sunbeam swatched out. It is a super intense icy pink liquid highlighter. It is a gorgeous highlighter. I do love to use that one. Very pretty shade. Just makes me a little bit like, why did you go even smaller with the size? Are you trying to cut corners here? Start saving yourself more money while still making everybody pay the same? I don't really like that. We're gonna keep our eyes on that. We'll come back to that. Let's move on to number 5 here. And it looks like we got another lip color. This time we got the Soft Matte Lip Cream, and it is the shade Leon. These ones are a really nice formula for just putting something kind of like lightweight on. It almost feels like you just put on a balm. Super soft, super lightweight. Item number 6 now. Let's do it. Oh, got some eyeshadow. So this is again another single shadow, and it is the Utopia Rose Gold shade. We did get a rose gold shade last year. I had to compare it, but totally different shades of rose gold, as you can kind of see. This one was more of a pinky rose gold. This one's more of a golden shade. Kind of interesting. I just noticed too that it says the Utopia on the back, so it says it's a pressed pigment, which they do say do not use on the eyes, but yet these are definitely eyeshadows. I guess because they have to put that with the pressed pigment shades. So funny to me that they do it. Even the first shade we got says the same thing. So the matte shade was also a pressed pigment, but now this one is a more shimmery shade. Item number 7 now. Let's grab this guy. And it looks like it's gonna be another butter gloss formula, and it is the shade Cinnamon Roll. I believe that this shade was actually a new launch that they did. I know that they launched a whole bunch of different nude shades of the butter gloss formulas to be more inclusive with their nudes. So I do believe that this one was a new shade. Looks very pretty. Number 8. Ah! It looks like another shadow. And again, it is a single shadow, a part of that pressed pigment line. This one is called Brown Shimmer, and it is just that, a brown shimmery shade. Looks like a super gorgeous shade. I am loving that the eyeshadow so far, we have not gotten any repeating. Always makes it more fun when they switch up the items in Advent Calendar. Number 9, let's grab her. Look at that, we got ourselves our 3rd butter gloss formula. Our new shade is called Fortune Cookie. It is a very, very light shade there. I believe this one again was also new, a part of the new nudes collection. This one on me kind of makes me look like I disappear. And like I would definitely need a base underneath. My natural lip color is definitely really poking through here. You can kind of see some of that pigment when you get up close to this color. So this is definitely one I would probably wear over another color, just to maybe dab in the center. But I definitely love that they expanded their nudes collection. We are getting there though. We're almost halfway through here. We're on number 10 now. Trying to power through these quickly so that way you guys don't get bored. Would you look at that? Oh, dang it, I dropped it. We got another Born to Glow. And it looks like the same thing happened here. We have got half the size from last year. I'm definitely not a fan of them doing that. And the shade we got was Gleam. Okay, so that is now our 2nd half sizer there. It's interesting because the other items so far, the eyeshadows and the lip glosses, they are all the same size as the last year, the same kind of mini. It seems like just the highlighters so far have been cut in half. So I'm wondering why they did that. Item number 11 now. Let's grab this lip gloss. My bad, not lip gloss. I assumed it was gonna be another butter gloss, but it is another of these soft matte lip creams. So this is now gonna be the 2nd of this formula, and it is the shade Abu Dhabi. Ah, such a gorgeous shade. I really like this one. We are halfway through now. Number 12. So it is again another one of the Utopia single shadows. Actually reminds me a lot of last year's shade. The last year's is at the bottom here. I'm thinking I'm gonna swatch last year's. It doesn't say Utopia on this one, but looks so similar. And that one's called Antique Gold, but my gosh. So hopefully you guys can see what I see. I think they look exactly the same. The previous year's is up on top here. The new one is at the bottom that I'm holding, and I swatched the previous year's. But last year's shade, this year's shade, both colors look really pretty. Dang, I'm sorry if you can see this like light all of a sudden on me. The sun is setting, so it's coming right through the blinds. It'll move in a second. Try my best not to get in it. But item number 3 now, or not 3, 13. And now we got ourselves the third of these soft matte lip creams, so we are even with the amount of butter glosses. And this shade now is Monte Carlo. It's a very nice light red shade. It kind of looks like a little bit more of a natural red, which is always nice to have. Day number 14. Oh, why is that one so hard to get into? I was wondering when this one was gonna show up. This is again one of those classic items they love to put in the advent calendar. It is the pore filler. Again, we're seeing half the size from last year. I don't have last year's size. I did use that one up. The pore filler is definitely one of my favorite primers to use. It's super affordable and it helps to just kind of smooth things out if you have really deep pores. So I love that primer. Not loving that they did the half size thing. NYX why though? And I know, I've been getting your calendars. Can't fool me. All right, let's see what day number 15 has in store for us. Looks like we got the HD finishing powder. Again, another classic item. It is a completely translucent powder. I personally prefer setting my makeup with a loose powder. That's just been my personal go-to, but this one is always good to have on hand for some touch-ups, I feel. That's usually what I gravitate to pressed powders for. Day number 16. Oh. I think the thing underneath shifted. This is not liking me to smack it. And it looks like it's gonna be our fourth soft matte lip cream formula. Now in the shade Budapest. Cute little berry tone lip. Number 17 now. What do we got? Another lip color. It's a butter gloss. This one now is in the shade Tiramisu. And it's just a super soft pink buttery gloss. Holy moly, we're already approaching the end here. We are on number 18 now. Do we got another lip color? Oh no, it's a little switch up. It is the hashtag This Is Everything lip oil. And they quite literally call this one sheer. And it is a sheer lip oil. It is just a kind of classic lip oil that is just supposed to help hydrate your lips. They got a few different oils in there. They got almond, rosehip, and jojoba oil. It's also got a very interesting scent that smells very sweet yet kind of floral. They describe it as a vanilla cherry blossom, which once you know that description, you're like, okay, I could kind of pinpoint it as that, but otherwise it just smells like kind of like a sweet florally smell. Not too strong though, but a nice little scent. Number 19 now. What do you got for us? This is now our fourth single eyeshadow. And this one is a gorgeous dark purple shimmery shade. This one again is a part of that Utopia line, so it does say it is the pressed pigment. I can definitely see why this one is the pressed pigment because that one looked really intense with the color. Usually the pressed pigments are. Number 20, let's grab you. It's a butter gloss. Definitely seems like we are only getting the butter gloss and soft matte lip creams in this box, but this one is the butterscotch shade, right down there. And there we have butterscotch. Day 21. What do you got in store for us? Looks like we're getting a couple more lip colors. Again, a soft matte lip cream. I am running out of room here now, so I had to move up here. This is the shade Stockholm. At this point, my lip line is definitely all sorts of janky looking, but there she is. We've only got 3 more items now, so day 22. Oh, a shadow, but this time another matte. That one actually excites me. I was hoping for some more matte shades. Again, a pressed pigment shade, and this one is quite literally called Dark Purple. Definitely excited they're throwing in some more mattes here. That one's gonna be interesting to try out just because the purples always are. You never know with those, but I mean, it looks like a pretty swatch, so we'll keep our fingers crossed with that one. And now 23, what do you got? It is another soft matte lip cream. This one is now in the shade Copenhagen, which I put right up there. Not gonna lie, from the packaging, I definitely thought this was gonna be way more of a vampy shade. It's a little bit more toned down than I was expecting. Still pretty, but I was just expecting it to be like a super dark vampy shade. And then now our final item, day 24. And it looks like we're wrapping things up on a butter gloss. The shade is called Brownie Dip. Oh, lovely little shade there. I think that one, again, was also another one of those new colors, which is really nice. But oh my gosh, that was it, you guys. That was the full NYX Advent Calendar. It definitely was nice seeing compared to last year. I can't help but compare that they did throw in some new shades of the lip colors and the eyeshadows. So I only looked like I got one repeating eyeshadow, and I believe out of the lip colors, I only got 4 repeating colors. And then of course we had the same items from last year, the lip oil, the primer for the eyeshadow and the base, the powder, the illuminators. Those were all repeating items that they seem to put in every year's advent calendar, which definitely leads me to say that if you are someone who's gotten the calendar previous years, or you're gifting this to someone who has previously gotten a NYX advent calendar, I might skip out on getting them this one, because even though there are some new lip colors in there, I feel like the majority of the items that you are getting repeating, it can be very repetitive for someone who's already gotten it. I personally am kind of looking at it like, I wish they would switch it up just a little bit. I know they're putting in like the staple items in there, but I mean, I feel like the advent calendars are such a big advertising opportunity for them to be like, hey, we got this. This is super fun. Like, test it out. You're gonna love it, and you're gonna want to come back and buy like the full size stuff. So I feel like sometimes it is quite an opportunity missed when they do repeating calendars year to year to year to year. I mean, it gets so bland. Definitely keep that in mind when choosing this advent calendar. Keep your audience in mind. And it's also a little bit disappointing that this year they did shrink the sizes of the pore filler and the 2 illuminators. I did double check with everything else. Everything was the same size aside from those 3 items. So they put half the amount of product, and I do believe it was the same price tag as last year. I'm gonna put on the screen here somewhere. If it was, I'll confirm it. Either way, I mean, it kind of feels a little bit cheap on their part that they're going for even smaller than just their classic mini size. So normally I always recommend the NYX one because I find it to be just so fun. Personally, I'm gonna give this one, if we're going on like the star system, a 3.5 stars out of 5 stars. But of course, that's just my own personal opinion on this. Let me know down below in the comment section what you guys thought of this calendar. Are you gonna be picking it up? And also, are you excited to see all the advent calendars this year? Because I got so many that are coming in. You guys better stay tuned here. It's about to be a busy mail day and video day for me. I'm gonna have a lot coming here for you guys. But yeah, I hope that you guys really enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that little bell button. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!